Good morning all. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's Cadillac video. If you haven't seen it, follow the link, have a look at yesterday's video. Appreciate all the comments and feedback. Beginning of January now, we put up a video about being wrong and Wheeler Dealers wasn't that bad, and kind of took a very light-hearted poke at Freds in Sheds. And we had some very light-hearted poking back, which was great. You know, nothing wrong. I work out of a shed and so on and so forth. DIY basis, and that's great. We do support and encourage that. We think that's fantastic. Possibly my bad explanation as to what we were really getting at when I say Freds in Sheds. The point of the video, if you've not seen that, again, I'll try and put a link up here, was the amount of people that are coming out onto social media and doing the reverse of what we were doing, poo-pooing. We were sort of poo-pooing reality TV. And there's a big increase now in people poo-pooing professional outfits, saying they charge too much money and they're ripping people off and it's not that complicated and so on and so forth. There is, I mean, don't get me wrong, none of this really gets to us. We don't lose sleep over this. This is essentially content. But I'm further explaining the point that we were trying to make there, because there is someone, there's a company, I say a company, no, there is someone out in the States that we see a lot of who's kind of taken it as a personal mission to have a go at Bryce Green, who used to be the painter over at Kindigit, who followers of the channel know that we're huge Kindigit fans here. And Bryce is now out on his own doing some awesome work as well. So we see quite a few of these clips that come out from, I'm not going to name this person because that just feeds their ever-growing fan base. I hate people that do that, but fan base. They've got sort of 100,000 followers now and are earning a good deal of money out of this kind of video content. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the video. You can watch for yourself. There is some poor language in it. I apologise. We're not prudes here by any means. When the cameras are off, we cuss like a good one, but there is also a degree of professionalism in presenting this. So we will apologise for the language in advance, but we'll play this clip and hopefully it won't take too much explaining to see what we're on about.
Now look, make sure you show this up in the front, get in the front and look down on it. Because I want all those nice people out there to see this Nathan cheap junk shit paint, right?
Uh-huh.
See how it's all modeled?
Yes, would you call this modeling or tiber striking? Same thing.
It's the same thing. You see how nasty that is, right? How tiger striped that is? Oh my. Oh my. Now, you want to know what separates a painter from an applicator? Because an applicator is going to go, oh no. Oh no, John. Oh. Woe is me. That's why I don't use the cheap shit, John. There.
So this is a real fix, actually.
Yeah.
So if like I was a newbie and I didn't know what I was doing and I got these, I would probably panic a little bit and be like, is the paint supposed to do that?
Alrighty then. Again, people that follow the channel know that we like our American vehicles here. And I own a C10 and I feel great pity for the C10 that you've just seen in that short clip. But if we break it down, this guy is selling his services. He does full repaints on a small car for $400, on a big car for $800, and will do fancy paint from $1,500. And we'll break it down real quick. This is a guy in a shed, as you can see from that video. There is no health and safety, there is no face mask, there's no breathing apparatus, there is no ventilation, there is no nothing. Every single thing on that poor old truck is masked up, not even taking the wiper arms off. There is nothing that isn't masked on that vehicle. The technique is shocking. The chaos in that room is shocking. It's not the greatest video quality, but it looks like a metallic brown that's being laid down. So that is solvent base coat or waterborne, more likely solvent base coat. And the technique is just shocking. That is not how you deal with tiger stripes. It's a low quality budget paint gun that does make a big difference when you're laying metallics or any sort of color, but metallics is where you get most of your tiger stripes. It's all on paint atomization. And you can see that that gun is not atomizing the paint very well at all. And that's amplified by really poor technique. And you don't fix it by drowning the whole panel in paint, which is what he's done. There's no flash off time between the coats. So all that paint that's sitting on there is super wet. It's gonna look really bad outside. And he kind of jokes around at the end, sort of waving the gun around. You know, the context of that is mocking people that say that you should have good technique. It's just shockingly bad work. And if it was tongue-in-cheek in a bit slapstick, that's fair enough. But this guy is one of many that are putting out these videos saying how people that approach this from a professional viewpoint and tell you that it is technique and expensive products and so on and so forth, that they're all talking out their ass and they're just trying to earn a load of money out of you and it's all a con because you can do this for $800 and look how awesome it is at the end of it. Now, it really is horses for courses. There's plenty wrong with a £1,000 blowover, but if that's what you want and that's what you are buying and you're aware of all the issues with that, then that's your choice to make. I'm not really down on that, providing that you, the paying customer, is fully informed. The issue is this person is saying that a $10,000 repaint is a con, it's a rip-off. You're not getting value for money. It's a joke. Because it only costs $800, look at what I'm doing. So, as I said earlier, we're not losing sleep about this at all. This just makes more content and further explains the point that we're making. A DIYer in a shed at home who's honing his own skills and doing it for his own pleasure is brilliant. We love seeing that. A Fred in a shed who is selling this service and down on professionals that invest a huge amount of time and money into doing this properly, safely, for both us, employees, and the surrounding environment. You know, I mean, in that clip, all those fumes and solvents are just getting blown out into the atmosphere. There's no filtration, there's nothing. So that's it really, a little Sunday morning waffle. And hopefully a further explanation as to what we meant by that video. We had on Friday, Jared was in, so we have answered some of those questions that came through in the other video that we did, explaining that Jared would be coming down. I'm editing that video right now and we'll probably get that out in the next week or so. XJS is marching forward, so we'll see the completion of this very soon. And I promise you, we do have a Di Tommaso video coming up. And we also have coming in, so much going on. We've got RC Classic Garage. We've got their Alfa Romeo coming in very soon, next week in fact. So that will be serialized as well, both on this channel and on Rowan's channel. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks for listening to my waffle, which is becoming far too commonplace on here, but we'll be back with some proper videos this coming week.